Hello Class 8 candidates, welcome to today's lesson. I'm Teacher Samuel. I'm taking you through a mathematics lesson on the topic measurement, that is the subtopic volume. As we all know, volume is the amount of space occupied by a solid. And today we are going to look at the formula for getting the volume of a cube, a cuboid and a triangular prism. Now, the general formula, we all know that a cube is a solid which has all faces equal. Remember, a cube is a solid which has 6 faces and all faces are equal. A cube can be called a square-based prism. A cube is a square-based prism whereby when you look at this area, this face is equal to this face, which is also equal to this face. It is also equal to this face. All faces are equal. And a cube is a square-based prism. Now, the general formula for getting the volume of solids is given by the area of the cross-section, which is basically written as the cross-section area times the length. The length is the uniform length of that solid. This is the general formula for getting the area of the volume of a solid, whereby you take the area of the cross-section, which is also called the base area. It is called the base area because it is the area of the base. Once you place your solid this way, the area that is in contact with the ground, that is the base area. So you take the area of the base times the height. So in the case of a square, the formula for getting the volume of a square, we get the area of the cross-section or the base area. And in our case, as you all see, in a cube, the area of the cross-section is a square. So how do we get the area of a square? Remember, we said that the area of a square is given by side times side. So to get the volume of a square, we get the area of the base area, that is the volume of a cube, we get the area of the base area, that is side times side, whereby this is the side and this is the side. So that is the area of the cross-section, now this area here. Then times the height. Remember the height, the length here is also the side of this square which is facing us. So the formula for getting the volume of a cube is side times side times side. That is side times the side. When you look at a cuboid is also referred to as a rectangular based prism or a rectangular prism. Why is it called a rectangular prism? Because the base of this cuboid is a rectangle, whereby this is the length and this is the width. Look at this one. This is now the cross-section area of all the base of this cuboid. A cuboid has 4 rectangular faces, has 6 rectangular faces, whereby to get the volume of a cuboid, we get the area of the cross-section or rather the base area. And in our case here, the cross-section is rectangular in shape. Now, how do we get the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is given by the length times the width. So, to get the volume of a cuboid, we get the area of the cross-section, that is length times width, then times this height here, times height, because we said the general formula for getting volume of solids is area of the cross-section times the length, that is the base area. And in our case here, the base is a rectangle, that is why we are saying it is length times width, then times the uniform length, that is times the height. Now, let's go to a triangular prism. A triangular prism, why is it referred to as a triangular prism? Because its cross-section is a triangle. It has a triangular cross section. That is why it is referred to as a triangular prism. So in this case, the base of this prism is triangular in shape. You can see this is a triangle. This is a triangle and it has a uniform length. So to get the volume of a triangular prism, we get the volume of the triangular face. And how do we get the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle is given by, whereby this is our base and this is our height. Then this one will be the length. So we get the area of this face here, which is given by a half times base times height. This is now the area of the cross section. Then times the uniform length times length. This length here. So this is how we get the volume of a triangular prism. A half times base times height, whereby that is the area of the cross section. Then times the uniform length. A half times base times height, that is the area of the cross section. Then times the uniform length. Now, I'm going to give you an example of getting the volume of a triangular prism. An example on how to get the volume of a triangular prism. Calculate the volume of the figure below. Calculate the volume of the figure below. Calculate the volume of the figure below, whereby you are given this as 8 centimeters, this is 6 centimeters, and this is 10 centimeters. Using our formula, we get the area of the cross section. So you start by writing the formula. Formula for getting the volume of a triangular prism is a half times base times height times the length. In our case here, we take a half times a base of 8 centimeters times a height of 6 centimeters, then times the length of 10 centimeters. Then we simplify by 2, 1 by 2, 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So the volume will be 240 cubic centimeters. 240 cubic centimeters. That is just an example of how to get the volume of a triangular prism. When you are given a cuboid, just take the length times the width given, then times the height. When you are given a cube, to get the volume of a cube, just take side times side times side. And once you do more examples, you will familiarize yourself with the formula for getting volume of solids. So I urge you to do more examples so that you can be able to get volume of cuboid. Thank you.